So basically may ginagawa silang drill. Malaking drill na mas malaki pa daw dito. Kailangan natin sabihin kay Lord ko. Tama-tama nga, last ano na nga yun. Last page na nga
I
yun.
need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
At ano, wag lang sa tayo ma-ambush.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Medyo na-relieve ako. Hogwarts Valley, here goes nothing. Sana wala naman ma-ambush dito. Yun, wala. Kala ko meron.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Adieu. Malta siya. Thank you, Amit. Keep it secret na lang yan.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals. But the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war.
Wow.
I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Ngayon naniniwala tayo kay Lord Gok. Dahil na sinabi niya yung kwento na yun sa kay Mariam. OMG. Siya pala kasama ni Mariam no bago mamatay. Hindi naman sila magkasama yung connected sila. Meron pala dun. So, diretso naman tayo kay Sebastian. Ay, isa na lang. Punta mo tayo kay Sebastian nga. Para ma-learn natin yung Imperio. Now I know.
You're here. Good.
I'm here. I'm good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
Was there anything else in student's report?
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Ang hirap ng ano natin to report the catacomb assigned Yiggle more than I imagined. Learning about our ancestors was emitting horror I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. In an area behind the great room which had suffered decay. Imagine over sarcophagi. I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately I sensed its power. I'll be thrilled to study the relic further if only the removal of objects were allowed.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Fieldcrop Catacomb. Let's find out. Medyo nasa gitna tayo ng friendship ni Ominous saka ni Sebastian. Medyo ipit tayo dun Huwag mo sabihin ito, huwag mo sabihin ito. Sabihin mo sa akin ito, sabihin mo sa akin ito. Secret lang natin ito, secret lang natin ito. Guro naman lang sabihin ko pala saan Well. Mahina naman sila, mali. Mahina naman sila sa mga apoy kaya. Teka, balta lang natin. Yung repero ng incendio. Nice.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Hindi pala.
Accio!
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Okay, nagets ko na. Parang merong... Wait lang.
Guardium Leviosa!
Guardium Leviosa. Bini.
This room is taller than it looks.
Bombarda!
Mali.
Confringo!
Yun. May item dito.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Defender.
Mali. Kailangan natin ng
Leviosa.
Levioso. Yan. Para makuha natin yung chest. At hindi pa natin...
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft.
Yun lang yun.
Brilliant.
Wait, what? Bumalik yung ano.
Accio.
Kala ko may paglaban sa atin eh.
Defender. Bombarder. Incendio. Confringo.
Nice, thanks.
Incendio. Confringo.
Kulang yung... Nice.
Incendio. Confringo. Accio.
Atake, nice. Teka, wait, what? Dito tayo nang galing... 200.
Incendio. Accio. Accio.
More money? Nice. I'll take that.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Ilapit.
Incendio. Confringo. Leviosa. Incendio.
Yan.
Confringo.
Isa pa. Tumakas?
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often
Confringo.
Parang...
And then
Yun.
we're abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine though.
Robe lang? Sana naman lang legendary robe. Saan tayo? May chest pa pala tayo dito. Puro na naman yung... Nakalimutan natin magbenta. Ano ba yung marami sa atin? Cloak. Tingnan natin to. Tapos... Benta tayo, magsira tayo ng mga... Tatlo siguro. Sa inner. Ito. Dami nating mga ano. Kailangan natin undiscover to mga to. Identify pala. Discover. Kunin natin. Dito tayo sa baba, no? Yup. And something
Now
species.
this is the sort of grave room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
May nakabang sa atin dito eh. Tindi oh.
Accio. Confringo. Incendio.
Hindi man lang tinamaan.
Confringo. Incendio. Levioso. Arresto Lupendo. Compulso.
Kung tunaw, grabe.
There's something here by the altar.
Sirain natin. Sinira natin.
Accio.
Kailangan natin ito yung pagsama eh. May ano to eh. May pwesto to, di ba? Ano ba yun? Siguro tong mga apoy.
Guardian Leviosa.
Dito kaya? Ay, ito. Ayun. Para ma-unlock natin to.
Guardian Leviosa.
Yan. Creepy.
Accio.
Ano na?
Revelio.
Find the relic. Pero
Accio. Bombada.
teka, may mga treasure dito. Sabi sa taas.
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Ayun, dalawa.
Accio.
Mukhang pain in the ass ang gagawin natin ah. One down.
Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Kailangan dito ng ano? Kailangan dito ng ilaw. Ilaw eh no? Saan naman natin lalagay ito? Ano lang? Mali.
Levioso. Lumos. Accio. Lumos.
Oops. Hindi ba ito makakit dito? Ayun. Ito lang.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
One down. Nasa isa? Yun.
Lumos.
Kailangan natin buwaba para na. Nasaan isa?
Revelio.
Wait. Gets ko na. Teka lang. Gets ko na. Ilumos natin to. Tapos, tirahin natin to.
Confringo.
Yun. Yan. Asan yung bato? Yung bato, yung buto.
Revelio.
Yan pala hindi pa na-unlock. Ayun. Wait, nasa si Sebastian?
Guardian Leviosa.
Para makompleto na. Here we go.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
Bone
Revelio.
bridge complete. Pero nasan? Teka. Hindi natin. Kailangan natin puntahin yung bone all the way there ba? Parang hindi eh.
Accio. Revelio. We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Isa dito. Saan naman natin ito ilalagay? Oho. Now I know.
Accio. Revelio.
Find the relic pa rin. Teka. Oops. Hindi tayo pwede punta.
What did you find?
Nothing.
Looks like
Hindi ko
part of
binasa
the
yung page.
student's
Hindi naman daw
diary.
basahin.
It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Where do you think this diary page came from? I guess that.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined.
Nabuksan natin to ng hindi natin binasa yung page.
Revelio.
Nakaramdam akong maraming spiders dito. Teka lang. Dito ako pala. Paano to? Wala nang buto eh. Uy, mo pala mabilisan. Rolling. Aha. Hindi. Inuman pala eh. Alang iya. Visit yan. Buti na lang nasadya ko lang talagang tirahin yun. Yun. Di wala nang buto eh. Nice. Yun. Ano pa? Money?
Revelio.
So, balik tayo sa baba. Nagitin si Sebastian sa atin. And I guess may mga kalaban tayo dito.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something.
Ano naman
The
yun?
student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Teach me, please. I prefer not to learn. No. Titanong nga natin, how do
Where
you
did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Yeah.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more.
Kailangan
A
malaman
spell that
natin
can
yan.
save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries.
Huwag lang gamitin
Focus
sa
your
masasama.
wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
Sus, easy peasy. And then Imperio. Ito ba yung makokontrol?
Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Yun. Ito ba yung magiging kakampi mo sila, no? Kaya naubusan na tayo ng choices, ah. Ano natin ito? Mali. Yun o, sinira nyo. Masabog yun. Ba't nawala yung ano natin?
Confringo. Incendio.
May isa dito, may isa rin.
Revelio.
Big spider. Kailangan natin labanan yan. Hindi kailangan. Kakalabanan natin yan.
Revelio.
Another barricade. Considering
Meron
how
na.
well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Okay. So nandun yung way natin. Labanan na natin to. ba? Ilang beses na ako nagkakamali.
Revelio. Confringo.
Yun, inferior natin yung book.
Potato. Bombarda. Confringo. Defendo. Levio. Incendio. Confringo.
Rico!
Levioso.
Mamatay pa tayo.
Appears some of these stones have true
Incendio.
that
Confringo.
has to be something.
Imperio. Resto Momentum. Divorzo. Levioso.
Rico!
Confringo. Levio. Crucible. Defendo. Bombarda. Accio.
Never
Nice.
despite this convention to mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Hindi natin ginagamit yung ginagawa yung featured na ano, bonus.
Confringo. Arresto Momentum. Accio.
Then, napakatak-katak yung sa wala naman palang ayun. Full na naman tayo. Ano ba yan? Kailangan natin magbenta. Napakakunti talaga ng ano, no? Ng box dito, grabe. Kung gusto mo talagang paramihin.
Perhaps we need to pull the handles in the order of the symbols on the tablets.
Bombarda.
Ito duman, ah. Kung gusto mo talaga damihin, no? Kailangan mo gawin yung Merlin trial.
Revelio.
Kamera pa tayo binuksan, di ba? Ito. Ooh.
This catacomb has suffered
Not
decay.
treasure. Teka
Just
lang.
as the students.
Kailangan ulit natin magsira ng gear. Destroy na natin to. Ito. Yan ito. Pero pwede rin destroy natin to. Dami na natin dinestroy, ah.
Described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Yun. So, balik na tayo sa main quest. Find the way through the barricade. Tama-tama dito mga matay tatapos sakto-sakto.
Perhaps we need to
Marami
pull the
mukhang
handles in the order
mapapatagal
of the symbols on
pa
the
tayo dito
tablets.
sa puzzle na to. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe and stay healthy. See you on the next episode. Zeki, signing off.
Into the ups and down, into the night.